Jenny Robertson, founder of the On Purpose Woman Global Community and founder and publisher of On Purpose Woman magazine. I'm here with Lori Pieper to talk about her article in the November-December issue of On Purpose Woman. Lori, before we have that conversation, please tell our viewers a bit about you.
Hi, yes, I'm Lori Pieper. I'm an author and inner joy coach. I founded my company a couple years ago. It's called Journey to Inner Joy. And my mission, my passion in life is to guide women to find their inner joy, their clarity in life so that they can live their life with passion and purpose, and just really know that they are who they're supposed to be, and they should be their authentic selves. That's the only way to really let your inner joy shine. So that's my mission in life.
I love your mission in life. Thank you for that. And you're writing a series of articles on miracles or miracles are real. I think I need to reset my brain right now or something. So, but you're writing a series of articles on miracles are real for the On Purpose Woman magazine. And the first article is called, and it can also be found in it's the September-October issue. It can be found on our website. That information is in the text of this video. It's called, Why Haven't I Experienced a Miracle? And then this issue, you talk about manifesting miracles. I also want to let everybody know that I did an interview with Lori on the first articles that can be found on this YouTube channel. And so just check that out as well. But my first question for you is, how do you define miracle?
Our brain is limited in the possibilities that we can imagine. And when we tap into that place of silence, into our heart and soul, we're tapping into all the possibilities of the universe, not just possibilities that, maybe we, from our upbringing, from our learning, from our experiences, possibilities that we might be aware of. And a really good example is I worked in corporate for almost 40 years. And the last company I worked for, really enjoyed working for the company, but the job I had was just too much for me anymore. And I could not imagine my ideal job coming from that company, because I wanted a similar salary. I wanted less stress. I wanted to be able to have, a home life. And so and I wanted to stay with that company. So that was my intention before my meditation practice every day. And one morning in my meditation practice, it came to me, you are a teacher. I have no idea what that meant until I got to work. And within an hour or two of me being there, the gentleman, a friend of mine who worked at corporate, called me and said, we just posted for an instructor. Are you interested? And my heart soared. I never would have looked in that area for a job. So our brains kind of keep us stuck. So when we tap into that place of silence with our soul and heart, that's when miracles happen. That's when things that we couldn't even imagine would come our way, start coming our way.
Thank you for that. And those are also the things that we sometimes label as, oh, what a great coincidence that was. Or we'll talk to somebody else. That was so funny. I was just thinking about being a teacher, not going into all of the deeper stuff that had to go on, right? We just it up to coincidences. Yeah.
Right.
So
but I know I manifested that miracle. And to
Yes.
me, it's a miracle because I never would have imagined that possibility.
I agree with you. And I think maybe we also sometimes put maybe way too lofty a definition on miracle, that it has to be like, you just stopped a tsunami with your hand. You know what I mean? Like it has to be something so unbelievable.
Right. Yeah.
A miracle, when miracles happen to everybody every day. That's what you believe, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you write about 3 keys to manifesting miracles. So we're going to talk about that. And then I want to talk about the other 3 things that you say we must do to manifest a miracle, because you talked about being in meditation. And every time you went into meditation, you asked for this miracle. You acted as though this miracle were possible. It was going to happen. So there are things that we must do. We don't just wish and hope and, oh, wishing and hoping and what's that song, planning and dreaming or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Got to
yeah.
do some things and we have to take some action. So talk about the 3 keys to manifesting miracles. What are they?
Well, the first one is to ask the universe for what you want, or the divine, or the creator of your belief, for what you want.
Mhm.
Tell the universe what you want, not what you don't want. Too many people say, I don't want this anymore. Well, whatever this is that you mentioned, that becomes forefront in your thinking, and that is what you're going to end up getting. You're going to get more of that. So you want to be positive. And I use the analogy, you don't go into a Starbucks or a donut shop and say, I don't want a bagel, right? They're going to say, we got 1,000 things here. What do you want? Do you want, so you would be specific. I want a chocolate eclair with the custard cream, and I want that one because it's the biggest one and it's got the most chocolate. Be specific of what you want, not what you don't want. So that's the biggest key.
Okay. And the second one is we have to ask.
Oh, yes.
Is that where we get
Yes.
stopped sometimes? Is actually, okay, I know what I want. Now I need to ask for what I want. Do we sometimes get stopped there?
Yeah, because a lot of times when we know what we want, we immediately poo-poo it, and that's a technical term. We poo-poo it as being impossible. Well, that'll
Mhm.
never happen. That'll never happen. We could never do that. I could never do that. And that is our brain keeping us safe. That's the brain's job, is to keep us safe. Our heart and soul's job is to keep us passionate and expansive and happy.
Yeah, so notice those voices in your head as soon as you ask for what you want, right?
Yes.
If you're actually past the first one, which is what do you want? That's a challenging one too, because I think especially women have been like trained over forever to not want, or to not want,
Yeah.
wanting is selfish, or wanting is, especially wanting something personal just for me. So that's
Right.
a hurdle to get through. So the clearer we get on
Yes.
that, then we can go to step 2, which is asking, which is also really challenging for a lot of women. Because
Yeah.
again, I should be content with what's going on right now, right? It could
Yes.
be scary for some people watching this or reading the article, but I just want to say that that's where all the magic is. That's where all the joy is that you help women with. That's where
Yes.
purpose lies. That's where, if anything else that you want, you have to do these 3 steps, whether you call it a miracle or not. You've got to
Right.
do these 3 steps. And the third one
Absolutely.
is, once you do this first 2, got to pay attention.
You
Say more
gotta
about that.
listen. You gotta listen. Yes. Um, uh, I, I was at a seminar where Deepak Chopra was speaking, and he was asked the question, what's the difference between prayer and meditation? And in his wisdom, he said, prayer is talking to God, telling God or asking God for what you want. Meditation is listening to God. And that's exactly what happened to me, not just in that time with that job, but many, many different times since I started my regular meditation practice. The ask is the intention. And then going into meditation, that place of quiet, of silence, that's where you can listen. If you're in a party and you ask somebody for directions to how to get, I don't know, to some other party, if there's a lot of noise and music and I'm talking while you're giving me directions, I'm never going to get the right directions, right? I'm not going to hear what you're saying if there's a lot of noise. And there's so much noise in our environment today, our phones, social media, just craziness. So going in that place of silence, not only does it have physiological benefits with regard to stress, but it also allows you to listen and pay attention to all those synchronicities that we just kind of, again, poo-poo as just, they're not meaningful, but they are very meaningful.
Because I think for anybody who's a bit skeptical about this, and this just came to me, I wasn't planning on saying this. If you can backtrack sometimes, like how you got from a certain spot to here. And I just did this, or I just listened to an interview that someone did with me where they gave me the opportunity to really pretty much tell my story. And I'm sitting there listening to it going, oh my gosh, every step led to here. And that may not sound so amazing, except that one different decision means I wouldn't be speaking with you right now. And doesn't mean
Right.
that something else wonderful might not have happened, but the miracle is that what showed up for me and I got to make a decision about,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm getting
So,
chills.
mhm,
Yes.
yeah. And so you also talk about that there are 4 soul questions that we should be asking ourselves during meditation. So we go into the meditation. Let's back up just a minute. So let's go way back because you have to believe that miracles are even possible first. I don't think I even touched on that yet, right? It's really helpful to believe that they could at least happen.
Yes,
Going in
yes.
going, "Oh, I don't really believe this stuff, but you're really big, Lori. I'm talking
Right.
about our brain doesn't hear the I don't want, it just hears the words and it gives it to us, right?
Exactly, exactly. What we focus on, there's a saying, where your attention goes, energy flows. So
Mm,
if your attention is on those things that you don't like, guess what? You're just going to get more of them.
yeah,
The brain filters out, and this is part of part one, is how your brain works to filter out all these possibilities in order to give you what it thinks you want, which is those thoughts that you keep repeating in your mind, which are typically negative. So breaking that habit and really thinking about and focusing on what you do want makes a huge difference. And a gratitude practice can really, really help with that. And that's why there's it's so popular and so many people talk about gratitude practices, because it can shift your mindset very quickly.
I agree with that too. So we believe miracles are possible. We get clear on what we want, then we ask for what we want, and then to be blunt, we shut up and listen, right? And so
Exactly.
that listening part happens in meditation. I mean, it can happen, I think, just also pay attention to what's going on around us as well. But when we go into
Right.
meditation, you say there's 4 soul questions we should be asking ourselves. So tell me about those.
Yes, and this is also part of, I'm a Chopra certified primordial sound meditation instructor. And this was the first and only meditation practice and instruction that ever really resonated with me, even though I wanted to meditate for years and years and years. I just believed I could not.
Mm.
And when I went to my first Chopra event and they taught us this, it was like a light bulb went off, and I've been meditating ever since and manifesting miracles, I might say. But so part of this is set your intention and then ask the 4 soul questions. And the first one is, who am I? Who am I really? Especially, as we get older, we have so many layers of social conditioning on us that what we're doing today may not have been our first choice, but we were socially conditioned into doing that. So really ask, who am I? And then pause for a few seconds. What do I want? Because those are 2 different things. Who am I and what do I want? What do I really, really want? Do I really want to win the lottery? Personally, and people will think I'm lying, but I'm not. Personally, I'd rather earn my money. So, what do I want? What do I really want? I want to serve women in any manner that I can using my background and my education. What is my dharma? What is my purpose in life? Because these are things that, kind of when we're younger, we kind of know, but they kind of go by the wayside as we get socially conditioned. And then finally, what am I grateful for? And there again, there's that gratitude practice. And the idea of these 4 soul questions isn't so much that you're going to immediately get an answer. Don't use your brain to come up with an answer. Just let it go. If something came up, let it go. the idea is to spark in the universe, hey, I want to know this stuff, give me some guidance. And you'll be amazed, the more often you do this, how things start showing up for you that are right for you, that are part of your purpose. You get clarity. So set the intention, ask the 4 questions, let it all go. Don't think about it, and then go into your meditation practice, which could be any type of silent meditation practice.
And you share a little bit about that practice that they can use in the magazine, but I want to leave some things out so people actually go read the rest of the article in the magazine. And
Yes.
you're not going to take me through a meditation today, but you also share a lot of other things in that article. And I just want to remind everyone that to read the current issue, you can click on the On Purpose One magazine link in the text of this video. You can also, while you're there, click on archives and see Lori's article from the September-October issue. And that is on Why Haven't I Experienced a Miracle? I think I said that back here.
Yes, yes.
If they're real, how come they're not showing up in my life, right?
Right, right.
Well, Lori, how might our viewers find out more about your work?
So you can go to my website, journeytoinnerjoy.com. It is under construction right now, but I am like this close to it being available. I'm having it revamped to be more of what the right message for my ideal client. I'm also on Facebook, so you can just look for Lori Pieper. I'm on LinkedIn. Again, you can go to LinkedIn and search for Lori Pieper. That's Lori, Lori, Pieper, Pieper. And if I can, I am planning on doing a free Miracles Are Real workshop sometime in December. So kind of combining all this stuff. I don't have a link for that yet, but if you follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn, I will definitely get that. That will definitely be posted and promoted there.
Okay.
And you can also email me at lori@journeytoinnerjoy.com.
Okay. And all of those links will be in the text of this video. You also offer a free 30-minute chat. And like what you say no sales, just conversation. I put that link in the text as well. So check out Lori, sit with her for 30 minutes on Zoom and see what might transpire from that.
Yeah.
And Lori, I'd like you to leave us with just your wisdom. Like, what else do you want to say that hasn't been said yet on this topic?
What movie is it? I think it's The Santa Claus with Tim Allen in it. And the 5-year-old boy says, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. So you believe first, and then you will start seeing that this is true. Yeah. And, in my first article, I mentioned that, miracles happen around us all the time. Think about, a baby being born, I think about an oak tree coming from just like a little seed, a little nut. So miracles are happening all the time. They're just so prevalent that we don't treat them as miracles anymore.
And don't even notice them. Sometimes if we're so busy or if our heads are so full of other stuff, we don't even see the things that are right in front of us.
Right.
I think
So
Wayne
give
Dyer,
it a chance.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think Wayne Dyer wrote a book called You'll See It When You Believe It. I think that was
one
of the early books. Yes. And I was thinking of Wayne Dyer when you were talking about meditation, because he and Deepak Chopra were very, very, very close. And I think I saw Wayne like 7 or 8 times up close and pretty personal in some of them. And he would talk about how, anytime he would say something to Deepak about this isn't happening, or somebody else, he would be on the stage with Deepak and they would say, well, why isn't this working? And he would imitate Deepak, which I cannot do with his accent, but he said he would say, Deepak's answer was always the same: meditate, meditate, meditate. And so that still rings through. Wayne's no longer with us, but that still rings through, that the deep respect that he had for Deepak and his work, but that he only ever got one answer from Deepak about how to shift anything, and that was on meditation. So
it really does. I mean, that's when I started manifesting miracles, as having a regular meditation practice. And I do believe any change starts from within. And the best way to make lasting change, set that intention and do your meditation. And there are many different types of meditation. You don't have to be like, oh, you know, sitting with your legs crossed in some weird, uncomfortable position. So definitely reach out if you want to learn more about meditation, and specifically, you know, Deepak Chopra's signature primordial sound meditation.
Thank you for that, because I think often people, and it was my experience of meditation initially, at least that's what I was thinking it had to be. You know, you have to 30 minutes minimum, right? Sit quietly. I'm hearing a reverb on my voice. Are you hearing that?
No.
Good. Maybe it won't be, maybe it won't be on the recording then. Good. But that it had to be this sort of deeply concentrated experience. And I think we could put so much into that we miss the point of the meditation. And I have monkey mind. And when I found a meditation that says you don't have to like get rid of your monkey mind, you just notice it and you say, and then you breathe.
Yes.
It's sometimes just that simple, just breathing. 5 minutes is
Yes.
better than not doing anything, right?
Yes. And then that's what I teach, you know, when I'm working with my meditation clients, because you can't stop thinking. And that's the number one myth. You cannot stop thinking. So don't even try.
No.
It just makes the tension worse if you're trying to stop thinking.
Yeah. So anyone can do this. So take the mystery out of it. If you're watching, just give it a
Yes.
shot. And 5 minutes of just closing your eyes and breathing can make a huge difference in just your day.
Mhm.
So Lori,
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your joy with us. I think you just ooze joy. And how
Thank you.
appropriate the name of your company is. Say the name of your business again.
Journey to Inner Joy.
Yes, Journey to Inner Joy. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate this opportunity and all the opportunities that you've given us here at On Purpose Women. So I just love what you do, and I love the organization, and I just fabulous women. Yes.
Well, thank you, Lori, and you're very welcome. I appreciate that. And I want to thank anyone else who's watching the Real Women, Real Purpose talk show. Right now, we're live in the On Purpose Woman Global Community Facebook group, and you may be watching this on our channel. Those links are also in the bottom of this video. So for information on our community or the magazine, please click on those other links in the video as well for my website. Thanks for watching.